Colorado Facts. Title: 10 Fascinating Facts about Colorado. The name, Colorado, is derived from the Spanish language, meaning, colored red, inspired by the reddish tint of the Colorado River. Colorado boasts the highest elevation of any U.S. state, presenting stunning landscapes with towering peaks. The Grand Mesa in Colorado holds the distinction of being the world's largest flat-topped mountain. America the Beautiful was penned by Catherine Lee Bates, inspired by the breathtaking views from Colorado's Pikes Peak. Mike the Headless Chicken Day commemorates a rooster that miraculously lived for 18 months without a head in Colorado. Nederland, Colorado, hosts the unique Frozen Dead Guy Days, honoring a man cryogenically frozen for decades. In Aspen, Colorado, it is against the law to throw a snowball at a person or a building. Colorado's Breckenridge Ski Resort is home to the highest ski lift in North America, reaching an elevation of 13,000 feet. Picking Colorado's state flower, the Colorado Blue Columbine, is illegal on public lands or without permission from a private landowner. Frank Marag, a Coloradoan, introduced the tire clamp in 1944, leaving a lasting impact on transportation security. Colorado Amber Alert. History. Amber Alert originated in January 1996 following the tragic abduction and murder of 9-year-old Amber Hagerman in Arlington, Texas. The idea for Amber Alert was suggested by a concerned citizen to Dallas radio stations, urging them to broadcast child abduction news similarly to severe weather warnings. The Dallas Amber Plan began in July 1997 and later evolved into a national program dedicated to all abducted children. Colorado's Amber Alert. In April 2002, Governor Bill Owens signed the Amber Alert Plan program into law in Colorado, House Bill 02-1083. The bill defines an abducted child and allows the use of the Emergency Alert System, EAS, to broadcast specific information to aid in locating the child. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation serves as the liaison between local law enforcement and the primary EAS broadcaster. Amber Alert Process. Law enforcement assesses if the case meets specific criteria, including the child's age, 17 or younger, immediate danger, and sufficient descriptive information. A local law enforcement agency or Amber designee can request activation. If criteria are met, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation gathers details about the abductor, child, transportation, and abduction. The Amber designee uses a computerized system for the activation process. Alert information is transmitted to the primary EAS station for broadcast across Colorado media outlets. Colorado Senior Alert. On April 4, 2006, the governor sanctioned SB 6057, establishing the Colorado Missing Senior Citizen Alert Program. This legislation precisely outlines the parameters for defining a missing senior citizen and mandates the creation of a specialized alert program dedicated to broadcasting notifications about missing senior citizens. Key components of the program include verification procedures. Law enforcement agencies must adhere to specific procedures to confirm a senior citizen's status as missing. Verification must include confirmation of the senior citizen having an impaired mental condition. Alert issuance. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, is tasked with issuing alerts to media outlets within Colorado, broadcasting specific information about the missing senior citizens to the public. Activation criteria. For a missing senior citizen alert to be activated, the following criteria must be met. Requesting agency. Only the law enforcement agency with jurisdiction over the case can request a missing senior citizen alert. An investigating officer with reasonable belief may initiate the request. Definition of a missing senior citizen. The missing person must have disappeared in Colorado. The missing person must be 60 years of age or older. Confirmation by law enforcement of a signed statement from a family member, close friend, caregiver, doctor, or medical facility verifying the impaired mental condition of the missing senior citizen. The disappearance must pose a credible threat to the safety and health of the person. Database entry. The investigating agency is required to enter details of the missing senior citizen into the Colorado Crime Information Center, CCIC, and the National Crime Information Center, NCIC, databases as a missing endangered person. Once initiated, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation disseminates the pertinent information to participating media outlets, including radio and television stations. Additionally, if a vehicle is associated with the missing senior citizen and has a plate number, the Department of Transportation Traffic Operations Center may display the plate number on variable message signs, VMS, along Colorado highways. Colorado Developmental Disabilities Alert. On February 16, 2007, the governor approved HB 07-1005, introducing the Missing Senior Citizen and Persons with Developmental Disabilities Alert Program. This legislation not only amended the senior alert but also provided a more comprehensive definition of a missing person with developmental disabilities, along with refined procedures to verify this status. Activation criteria. To activate a developmental disabilities alert, the following criteria must be satisfied. Requesting officer. An investigating officer, with reasonable belief, may request a missing person with developmental disabilities alert. Definition verification. The missing person must have disappeared while in Colorado. Verification from the law enforcement agency must confirm the missing person has a developmental disability. The disability, i.e., should be verified through a signed statement from a family member, close friend, caregiver, doctor, or medical facility. The disability, i.e., must be manifested before the person reaches 22 years of age, constituting a substantial disability attributable to mental retardation or related conditions, including cerebral palsy, epilepsy, autism, or other neurological conditions that result in impairment of general intellectual functioning or adaptive behavior similar to that of a person with mental retardation. The federal definition of developmental disability, found in 42 U.S.C. Sec. 15001 et seq. shall not apply. The disappearance must pose a credible threat to the safety and health of the person. Database entry. The investigating agency is required to enter details of the missing person into the Colorado Crime Information Center, CCIC, and the National Crime Information Center, NCIC, databases as a missing endangered person. Once these criteria are met, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation disseminates the pertinent information to participating media outlets, including radio and television stations. Additionally, if a vehicle is associated with the missing person and has a plate number, the Department of Transportation Traffic Operations Center may display the plate number on variable message signs, VMS, along Colorado highways. Colorado Missing, Endangered Alert. His alert is alternatively recognized as the Missing, Endangered Alert. It involves notifying the media and the public, providing details about a missing person, abductor and/or suspect, the circumstances surrounding the case, the mode of transportation and/or direction of travel, and any additional information relevant to the ongoing investigation. Media alerts, missing, endangered alerts are distinct from and do not adhere to the criteria set forth in statutes or relevant rules governing the issuance of Amber Alerts, Missing Senior Citizen Alerts, or Developmental Disabilities Alerts. Colorado Missing Indigenous Person Alert. Missing Indigenous Person Alert. Establishment of the Office of Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives. On July 1, 2022, Senate Bill 22-150 was signed into law by the governor, establishing the Office of Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives and initiating the Missing Indigenous Person Alert Program to disseminate information about missing Indigenous persons. The legislation mandates the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, CBI, to develop the program, incorporating the following components. Verification procedures. Defined processes for law enforcement agencies to confirm the status of a missing Indigenous person. Identity verification. Procedures to establish the Indigenous descent of the missing person. Alert issuance. Directs the CBI to issue alerts to Colorado media outlets, broadcasting specific information to the public. Important note: while the legislation was signed in July, the alert became active on December 30, 2022. Activation criteria. To trigger a missing Indigenous person alert, specific criteria must be met. Law enforcement request. Alerts must be requested by the law enforcement agency with jurisdiction over the case. Investigating officer determination. An investigating officer, having reasonable belief that a missing person meets the definition of a missing Indigenous person, may request the alert. Subject definition. The missing person must fulfill the definition of a missing Indigenous person. Went missing while in Colorado. Is of Indigenous descent. The disappearance poses a credible threat to the person's safety and health. Upon meeting these criteria, the investigating agency is responsible for entering the missing Indigenous person into both the Colorado Crime Information Center, CCIC, and the National Crime Information Center, NCIC, databases as a missing endangered person. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation will then disseminate the information to participating radio and television stations, as well as other media outlets across Colorado. If a vehicle is associated with the missing person and has a plate number, the Department of Transportation Traffic Operations Center may display the information on variable message signs, VMS, on Colorado highways. Colorado statistics. Missing person statistics, Colorado, as of October 2023. In the state of Colorado, as of October 2023, the statistics for missing persons are as follows. Missing persons. Open cases, 381. Resolved cases, 1,271. Unidentified persons. Open cases, 82. Resolved cases, 87. Unclaimed persons. Open cases, 163. Resolved cases, 57. These figures depict the ongoing efforts and challenges faced by law enforcement and relevant agencies in the state of Colorado in managing and resolving cases of missing individuals. The high number of open cases highlights the importance of continued collaboration between law enforcement, communities, and media outlets to facilitate the swift resolution and recovery of missing persons.